it's Kavita here, and today I want to share a story that is really unexpected as well as very interesting. Um, Hoping that this video can be a way for me to remember that this has actually happened, something for me to look back years later when I grow older. Also, I would like to share this story to anybody who come across this video, and I hope that this video is shared and this video would pop up on to those who needs it. Alright, so this is a story about me leveling up, and so what happened, it's really unexpected. Yesterday I was I was actually following some sharing of my leveling up mentor. Like, she actually shared about the importance of women to stay healthy and slim in order to get to make it easier for us to find a high value man. So the equivalent of getting a provider man who is high value, who earns well, who is financially capable, and what we need to do to reciprocate that as a woman to become a more high value woman is to take care of our physical body, to just take care of the basic hygiene, and to be slim and to be healthy. Yes, because there has been so many medical reports stating that being slim is way healthier than being overweight. So this is what I learned from my mentor, and I personally really agreed with it. So the first thing that popped up in my mind later in the day yesterday was I had the thought of starting a 3 days of water fast. I had a calling to do that, but mentally what comes into my mind is it's too sudden, and I should actually start off by doing some preparation first before I really get myself doing the water fasting. So water fasting is basically you only drink water with a bit of salt and no food intake for 3 days. So as I start the water fasting from yesterday morning, um, honestly saying, like, it's hard because I started getting headaches and started feeling dizzy halfway throughout the day yesterday, and last night by yesterday night I have started to vomit. I've started to puke, like basically puking water out of my stomach, and that it's a really hard process. So honestly, I really admire those who can actually water fast for more than one day. Yes, I've tried it twice and I still failed. So in that moment I was actually considering giving up, but just something within me that tell me to just, it's okay, just keep on trying, just try a bit longer. So what I did was I just held on to, like, no, to have no food intake, and later that night I felt worse, and it really felt like the end of the world. It felt like, because my body was so uncomfortable, I felt so sick with the dizziness and headache, and me always feeling like nauseous, feeling like vomiting. And I do find myself being quite negative in a way that, like, the negative thoughts start to pop up, and I really don't know what's going on, but then I choose to trust the process, and I choose to not blame myself for being like too um, like a part of my brain would be thinking like, are you not being consistent? Are you someone who's not persistent? You said that you want to do water fasting for 3 days, and you end up like you can't even last for one day. So, but then my heart is telling me that, yeah, there must be a reason for you to really want to start this. So just trust the process. And the change really happened the second day, actually. So the second morning, which is this morning, I woke up, and then the first thing that came to my mind was actually a friend that a colleague that I trusted, who I treated as a friend. She had borrowed some money, borrow lent. She borrowed some money from me, and it's quite an amount. Back then I didn't realize that sometimes if you borrow someone money, you need to expect that you're not gonna get it back. I didn't know, and I was trying to like push her, I'm trying to just contact her from quite frequently to get the money back, and obviously I could see that she has no intention to be serious about paying me the amount. I actually even told her that she can take her time to return me the money, but then even like for the monthly little amount, that she just can't make it. And this has been going on for I guess a year, and but just this morning, being so unwell, in that moment I thought of this person, and something came to my mind. Like, I do realize that if I were to force myself to wait and expect her to return the money, which she might not, the energy that I spent to wait and expect, it's a huge amount of energy like I am wasting on this type of meaningless expectation. It's like I feel that every time when I think about this situation or this issue or this person that is not trying to return me the money, I get so stressed, I get so annoyed, and I do feel that my energy get very stuck. So in that moment I realized that it's not worth it for me to waste so much of my current high vibe energy for someone that is not even vibrating on my level. It's like the amount that I spent on expecting her to pay the money back is just not worth. It's just not equivalent to the money that I'm gonna get back from her in the end. So I've just made the decision to just send her a message telling her that I've seen her attitude and her intention in paying me the money, and I don't see anything sincere or consistent. So I tell her that you don't have to return me the money anymore, and I did share with her that I was disappointed. I was disappointed that she was not as serious about as he's just not being appreciative of the fact that I was really there to help her when she needed it, and she didn't really care to keep this friendship going. Just so I told her to take care. It's all in one message. I sent it, and then I blocked and deleted her. That's the first thing. And just half an hour from that, I came across another guy that popped out of the blue, who is asking me like, oh hi Kavita, how are you doing? And the thing is, I always text him back saying that yeah, all is well and everything. But now that I am in my journey of leveling up as a woman, the first thing that popped to my mind is like, there's really no need for a guy to contact a lady from time to time by just asking how are you, but you're not making any actual effort in helping her be better. Like honestly, if you are a woman who is serious about your time, who's clear about what you want, you don't need stranger male energy to interact with your life too much, doing all those texting and chatting, but no concrete action to really help you to reduce your burden or even solve your actual problems in life. Like seriously, like I can deal with my problems by myself. If you can't help me, I really don't need this type of friend. Like actually, we as a woman, we don't need male friends. Like we don't need male friends. It's a different thing. Like men should not have female friends. You can have acquaintances. You can have like high school schoolmates where you are like saying hi like in every 1-2 years. It's fine, but like keeping in touch and saying like like you're my best friend. Like we don't, a real man would not do those things. Like he would be really busy building himself up, setting up his career, earning money, and being very clear that he wants to be a family man. Like he wants to be a husband. So how much would his future wife need? What kind of wife is he looking for? Does he want a wife who's high maintenance? So to get a wife of high maintenance, how much should he earn? And then the money that should be allocated for his future kids, their studies, medical bills, insurance, and everything. Like he would be really busy planning his life for like years ahead to get himself ready. So the moment he found his dream girl, he's ready and not wasting his time to just try to get love and attention and affection from like some random ladies around where he is not even serious about being with. Like that's my thought. Okay, so this guy, he's from like overseas, and he sent me messages asking me, oh, how are you doing? So I just told him straight away that I'm feeling unwell, and he's really interested to know more about why am I unwell. So I just told him again like, no, I'm just unwell. And then he would proceed to say that, oh, yeah, sometimes there will be sunshine, sometimes there would be rain in our life, which is sounds so sweet, right? And then he said that, just you can, that you can always contact me when you need someone to listen to. Like honestly, before, if I get this type of messages like a year ago or when I was younger, I would get so excited. I feel like, oh, there's finally a man who likes me. There's finally a man who notices me. Like dang, I was like really so lack of love, self-respect. I have no clear idea about what I want in life, but now I'm not like that. And then the more I interact with, the more I follow women who have achieved their dream marriage, dream career, and successful women with wonderful husband, family, and kids. As I level up this past 1 year, I do realize that. So the me now, basically, the me now, I just replied to him like, that's, I think I said that I need someone who can pay my bills so I can really relax and rest. So I told him straightforwardly, the thing about men is the best way to filter men is actually to give them a problem. So if they really care about you, and if they are a real provider and protector, or if you are someone that they really care about, they will be so excited to solve your problem. And guess what he said? Yeah, he said that, oh, is it? Ha ha ha. The first text that he sent, and the second text is, I don't think I can do that. I think he said that I'm unable to do that. Like, look, if you are thinking that you are being very popular just because guys are texting you, it really means nothing, because words are the cheapest thing they can do. Like it costs nothing. So men who are just literally messaging you at all times, asking things like, have you eaten, what are you doing, you need to know that it's not solving your real problems. And men who are doing this, who are texting you for such a long time, I would say like more than 5 days or 7 days without actually making effort to plan a date to meet you, they're not serious about you. They're just fishing. They are at the same time sending similar messages to so many other women, hoping any of them with a lower standard will actually give their body for free. So these guys are able to get the presence of a woman, some free sex, to fill themselves up without having to do anything. And so yeah, now me realizing this, I told him, of course, like I was annoyed, but I was actually annoyed at myself, like why didn't I realize about all of this years ago? How can I allow myself to actually make time and space mentally, emotionally for all these male friends in my life who's actually not really willing to be there if I really need help, like real serious help. So I just told him like, yes, I can see that, which means I can see that he's unable to help me, and I just told him that, all right, my dear, take care. And I just told him that I'll be busy looking for my life partner. Yeah, and he said like, okay, so all the best in like all the best in your finding. I think that's what he said. And that's the end of it. Before he's able to send anything else, I blocked and deleted him. The second person I've blocked and deleted after 1 day of water fasting. And of course, like I've only lasted for 36 hours for my water fasting. I won't blame myself. I'm not blaming myself. Like I'm not trying to be too hard on myself, because I do notice that it's also a sign of self-love that you allow yourself to go one step at a time. And when I thought that all the lessons and changes that is meant to happen from water fasting has happened, there's actually more to come. And just today, which is I broke my fast this morning after 36 hours, and then I think just like 5-6 hours later, which is just 1 hour ago, I get a text from a guy, and then this was another guy who has been trying to chat with me for over a month and was never even serious about planning a date to meet up with me. And he's definitely a good looking guy, and he's a surgeon, he's working overseas. I mean, like, he's from the country next to mine, not from my country, but it's not too far, like these two countries. It's just, and good looking guy. I think he has this pride where he feels that he's so high value that he always gets to choose the woman that he wants, whether it's long term or short term, because women would just give themselves up to him, and it's always him who's having the upper hand where he can decide he wants the girl or not. I mean, that's so messed up. Like, this is literally what happened in our current society. Like, I made the same problem as well. Like, admiring men so much and putting them in a place where they are making the decision, which is actually not true. And this guy having the privilege of having so many girls in his life, it has actually caused him to be full of pride and confidence, that honestly, like, even though I wouldn't say I'm in my best state, but in this 1 month plus of talking to him, like, I'm a healer, I do sense energy. I can feel that he's so stuck and he's so lost. He's someone who is highly disciplined. I can see that he's very serious about his life, but when it comes to love, he is so messed up. I think he has some trauma from his childhood, and he's not aware of like trauma healing. At least go find a therapist. He's not doing all those things. Instead, he's jumping from one girl to another girl, and now he's like 36 or 37 now. He still can't find the woman of his dream or the woman of his life to settle down with. I would say, like, because it's all because of his attitude, because all the women in his past was being so low standard, like they're not even putting standard on themselves or on their love, and giving all this free sex to this guy. So it made him like really forgot that he's actually a man, and he needs to actually pursue, he needs to do his best to prove himself in order to get anything more of a woman, like, their physical touch, or the heart, the woman's heart and a woman's love, like, because he got it so easily. I think he's so messed up, other than his childhood trauma, and his process of like jumping from one girl to another girl has made him, I think the biggest thing that has caused him harm is that he has lost trust in women, because all the women in that he has successfully lured to be intimate with him made him feel like women are very cheap. Women are just like, all women nowadays are just fucking around, and who would want to, how would there be a woman who is actually high standard and is protecting her reputation and protecting her energy and protecting her, like, her energy and her heart, and making and not allowing men to simply go near her, but only be available to men who has proved his worth to make her a wife, to to fully provide for her, to protect her, to give her a legal title, to legally like be her man. So this kind of original traditional relationship, because he's from a country, like, it's a small country, and I feel like it's so hugely influenced by the Western way of dating, which is so horribly wrong, and it's going against our natural way of like coupling up, like for humans, even for animals. Yeah, so like this guy, he was like so messed up, and he came back contacting me again, and he's like being so egoistic, and he's trying to use something related to sex to just make me like keep in touch with him. Like, seriously, I mean, like, he's really messed up. Like, I have actually told him a few times that please do not, I don't want to talk about anything about sex, because that is something that I am only considering after marriage. And that triggers him. He felt like, who are you to say that I get to have sex or not? Like who are you as a woman to decide whether you're gonna give me sex or not? Like, it's not something you as a woman should decide. Like, if and I'm attractive enough, and you should not say no, because I should have the upper hand to decide if I want you or not. It's not your choice, and it's not your power as a woman to do that. I mean, like, that's how messed up he is. I can't say anything, because you can't make a man grow. You can't make a man change. A man needs to have that willingness to change by himself, because the more I'm gonna teach him, or I'm gonna lecture him, or like support him to grow, it's only going to boost his ego. Like, he needs a real male role model to show him the way. Like, I'm not a male, I can't do that, I'm not his mother. So I can only wish him the best, and I just literally just told him, like, and he's really sending something that is so disrespectful. I don't even feel that he realized that how disrespectful he is, because he's actually from a whole circle of guys who's treating women the same, like so disrespectful. Yeah, and this is the third time he's doing something like that. I would say, like, I was triggered a little bit, because I was I do have positive feelings towards this guy at first, which is another thing that I should not be doing. Like, never have your heart open to any man who has not proved himself through actions. He has not paid any of my bills, he has not done anything, he has not made effort to meet me. So I should always be rational until the person is already my husband. Yeah, but that was something I need to learn. I learned from it. And then the third person, I just told him, like, seriously, I wish you heal, and block and delete. So this is what happened. I was led into fasting, but in the end, it's not about losing weight. It's actually about the universe is supporting me to level up by letting go of some connections that is still pulling me back. Right. It's a long sharing, but it's definitely a sharing that is from the bottom of my heart, I don't know who's gonna watch this, but if you are very interested in watching it and you have been listening through the whole video till now, I hope you get some healing, some insights, some growth, and some kind of positive support out of my sharing. Thank you so much for listening and sending you so much love and blessings. Take care. Bye bye.